They want to be friends. Hocus want to be friends with Wack.
All right, before we get into Hocus though, right? So there are rumors of you beating up your mom and grandma. Where does that even come from?
That's a lie that a YouTuber put out there. A lot of these guys, let me say this about a lot of these dudes on YouTube. They make a lot of lies about me and it don't make no sense, right? Like even what you said with the whole snake thing, right? I never understood why so many people on YouTube will say things like what they said about Hassan, right? Me and Hassan may not be on good terms like we were, but Hassan is not no pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Hassan ain't never touched nobody's children, but they ran on YouTube and said he touched people's children. You know what I'm saying? Like it's things that people on here will say about people that's not true. It's not true. But that's what these people say because they have an agenda, a hidden agenda. You understand what I'm saying?
But why so many of them run with that narrative when it comes to you specifically, though?
I think it's because my allegiance to Hassan Campbell. If I wasn't loyal to Hassan Campbell and I didn't do content with him and I didn't come on here and was friends with him and I didn't have him on my platform, we would have never been cool. They would have never went at me. But because I supported Hassan for 5 years and I was a loyal moderator and a loyal friend and he was my mentor and I was out there, you know, rallying for him on platforms, they made it their business to try to slanderize me on YouTube. I got doxxed by these people, Panda. Like, they literally put my address out there, put my family out there, put me out there, you know, just because I was standing next to this dude and I was supporting his platform. If I wasn't supporting him, they would have never attacked me. But because I was, they attacked me. Shit's crazy, ain't it?
So let's go into that, right? Because there were rumors that people have pulled up to your crib and that you was hiding and everything, right? What happened with that situation?
Another thing. The dude, 10 Toes Down, a couple other YouTubers came to my house. One time I was home. They said they was doing an interview. So I came, I was at the time I was playing 2K. I was playing 2K online and I paused my game. They called my phone, signed at the TV, said, yo, we outside. So it was December. I went out, I looked, I saw nobody, right? It wasn't until I went on YouTube and I saw them do a live stream. These men are riding around my grandparents' house. So I didn't understand that. You know, I didn't understand that. And they was doing that for years. It wasn't just that. They went to my actual house that I really live at. They went over there multiple times and did videos. But I didn't understand that. But then I understood why they were doing it. It was because I support Hassan Campbell. They didn't like that.
So you don't think it has anything to do with some of the stuff that you've said about any of these people?
No. If I didn't, like I told you, Panda, if I didn't support him, they would never come to my house. They would never do any of the things that they did to me. I stood next to that man, and that's why they did the things that they did. They even had my uncle up here lying on me. So they did those things because of my support of that man and his platform.
Right. And before we get into that, right? So there was people have said that you still live with your mama, you live with your grandma in the basement and everything. You're not a real man. What is with that situation?
Well, like I tell people, I don't live with my grandmother. I come and visit and I stay over there. You know, this is not my actual residence. I would never tell people my actual residence because they would come over there. But I stay over there because it's my family, you know, and my grandmother, she lives alone and is, you know, and I'm over there because you need somebody to be in the house. But when people run around with that narrative of, oh, he lives in the house with his grandmother and all that, come on, man. You know, that right there don't make no sense. You know, and if I do, what did that have to do with them? You know what I mean? Like, I'm here with my family and taking care of responsibilities for my family, helping out around my family house. What do that got to do with them?
So your perspective is that you actually here helping and taking care of your family, but people are pushing the narrative that you living off of your family. because you
Come on,
a loser, basically,
Panda.
is what
I
they're
have a
saying.
YouTube. This is the thing. I have a YouTube channel, right? I make money. I have my own money. So I don't even ask them for no money. So why would I use anybody?
It's expensive
See,
to
that's
live in New York, though, man.
it's expensive to live in New York. No, but Panda, you gotta understand something, right? It's very expensive to live in New York. A lot of people don't have family. So of course they're gonna be, oh God, he live with his family. Listen, man, it's expensive in New York. You rather live where you got a place to stay where you don't have to, you live in a place and you can't come up with the rent and then you in somebody's shelter. I'd rather live with family than live in somebody's shelter. And it ain't, and in New York City, you know, shelters right now is you can't stay in there. It got nobody in there. So I'd rather live with family than anything. But you know, it's people just got they own narratives about things.
Okay, so then the situation with you and 10 Toes Down, right? So you're saying
Mm-hmm.
that he's outside your grandma's crib and everything.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel knowing that like your grandma is old? Obviously, she don't want to have to deal
Yeah,
with this. How does
yeah.
that make you feel?
Well, this is the thing. I wanted them to take the video down of 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 my grandmother's house. I asked Ten Toes, I asked his cousin Sonetta, yo, can y'all please take the video down? Like on some real, this is an elderly woman, you know what I'm saying? My grandfather at the time was living. These are elderly people. You know, they don't need to have a house with people just coming in and doing things and driving by taking videos. I asked them nicely to take the video down. Unique Mecca Audio got involved and told them to do that. Nobody did it, you know? And I never had an issue with Ten Toes Down. Ten Toes Down problem with me was because I was defending her song. I was riding with her song, and he didn't like that.
How did they even find out where you live?
Through a neighbor, actually. Through my neighbor. My neighbor that I was cool with, I didn't know he knew the YouTube people.
Wow.
And that's how they found out. It's crazy, ain't it?
Doesn't that make you feel like, bro, like it's almost like you can't tell anybody that the type like that you making content, that you do
Yeah.
anything, like because like
You know, and I wanted, and let me tell you something. I didn't want people to know that I was a YouTuber. Did you know, like, my cousins, they live across the street. They didn't even know I did YouTube until one day he's like, yo, is that you? Is Bulletz Gotti? I'm like, yeah. But I don't tell people that I'm Bulletz Gotti. I don't like when people see me in the streets and I always have my mask on. So I don't like to even show my face because you know, I'm a YouTuber. You know, we're people that like I see how you do, Peter. You put the mask on your face, you don't let people, you know, because we're in a we're doing something that can, you know, a lot of people, we may not do no harm to us, or people that support us may not do harm for us, but it's people that we're talking about or we're interviewing that's saying things about these people that may want to harm us.
right.
So we have to protect ourselves when we're in the street. So a lot of people say, why you wear masks? Well, I wear masks because I don't know who might come after me. You know, I'm a personality. I'm not a, you know, I'm not a regular person no more.
Mm-hmm. But
So I have to
for
move
you
certain
though,
type of way.
do you want the fame? Is that something that you want to be in the spotlight like that?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want it in the beginning, Panda, but you know, it just happened overnight. So I live with it, you know. It's just something that I really didn't want, but hey, it's life, you know.
But when you out in the streets, you kind of want to be left alone still.
Yeah, I still want to be left alone. I'm a private person. I don't like to go in the street and you know have people have me. I remember one time I went to my friend video shoot, and then this guy was like, "Yo, I seen you on the YouTube." Like they was like they wanted an issue or something. Like, and I didn't, you know, me personally, I didn't want that. This is YouTube. I'm a YouTube content creator. I speak my mind. It's opinionated based channel. It's not a channel to, you know, to go at anybody. It's just me being a journalist and just having an opinion, and that's it. You know, people just want to get at you just because of who you are and just what you're saying that they can't, you know. If I was talking about, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Panda, if I was talking about a different race of people and I was talking about athletes or something, I probably would have not had any of the things. But when you start talking about rappers and you know street people and stuff,
It's
like,
almost like it's only hip hop that
uh,
you have this issue with to this level,
yeah,
right? Well, I guess,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
the
if
hip hop.
you know,
It's the hip hop community.
yeah.
It's the hip hop community, Panda. It's really the hip hop community. Like if
Unless you start
if
talking
you're not
about
talking,
Illuminati or something, then they might send somebody at you.
yeah, yeah, you're dealing with the government then.
Right.
But when you start talking about rappers, it's like street people want to get involved, and this one want to get involved. Oh, we need to slap his head off. We need to beat him up. He need to get shot. It doesn't make any sense. It's just content. Like
So
Panda.
you don't take it serious. You don't really take it too
No,
serious
I don't.
as far as like it's not personal for you. You just talking
Yeah, I'm just
hip
talking.
hop.
Look, Panda, I'm talking like what MTV News used to talk. People, for the young people out there, if you don't know about MTV News, back in the days when we used to watch TV, they used to have MTV News, right? So MTV News used to talk about all the artists. Now they would give them questions that would be provocative, but you could, it's just, that's what journalists do. But we're so caught up in this, oh, nah, you can't talk about me. I'm ready to fight. It's like, it's always in hip hop. I just don't understand it, Panda. Like people who want to hurt you just because of what you're saying about a rapper. It doesn't make any sense.